Writing Foundations, Revising for Primary Education. This activity is designed for Title I teachers. The writer will use punctuation to improve their stories. The length of this support lesson should be from 7 to 10 minutes, and you should allow the students approximately 20 minutes to read through their story and make punctuation changes. This lesson assumes that your students can write sentences. For this activity, I selected the book ! You might also want an overhead projector or document camera to project the book for the classroom. The instructional sequence, as I said, should take about 20 to 30 minutes. Read the book! Give the students time to explore the concept and let the students share their changes or edits with a partner. As you model, you should read ! to the students. Talk about the main character, ! and have the students point him out on each page. Ask the students, how was he different from the period? When the question mark is introduced, talk about this character in the book and how he only asked questions. Explain why he asked so many questions. Discuss how question marks, many questions, finally got ! to be himself by yelling, "Stop!" Lastly, focus on how ! started to feel comfortable with himself and finally understood when and how he could be helpful or used. Explain to your students that a sentence which shows surprise or as a command ends with an ! Write 2 sentence examples on the board without the endpoint and have the class help you put the correct endpoint. I provided 2 examples here. Here are some other example sentences if you wanted to just display this on your board. For the active engagement, have the students read through their stories and find where they could use an ! or question mark as one way to edit or revise their stories. The teacher should conduct individual conferences with students during this active engagement to check for understanding. Formative assessment. Check for understanding during the writing conferences. Some possible modifications. Make copies of different pages of a variety of picture books and ask your students to highlight or circle the sentences that end in an ! in one color, and to pick a different color to highlight or circle the sentence that end with a question mark. Make 2 sets of short sentences, 1 set of exclamation sentences, and 1 set of question sentences on each sentence strip or on your smartboard, and have students come up to the board and properly punctuate them. I've listed many websites here for additional resources as well as some books, and you can go to the MAISA Writing Units for grades 1 through 5 as well. Here are some other books that would work well for this activity. And the anchor standards covered is L.2.